Hey everybody, this is Donovan Doc over here at Succeed Forever Community. I'm really excited. We're going to be talking about today extraordinary. And one of my biggest problems right now is as I observe and help people, there's two kinds of people that I'm really working with. And one is simply folks who have been beat down by life or their job, their career, whatever their current circumstance, and they don't necessarily know how to get that turned around. Really frustrating when it's happening with my young people. When I'm dealing with a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old who is already super frustrated with life because of circumstances, I just want to help. And I think that's why the nonprofit, that's why we're working so hard to get this camp and a lot of the things that we're doing right now. Just continuing our very best to create the environments and the experiences that they need, that we know will help them to see a bigger and a better vision for themselves and really take it to the next level. But I'm going to tell you something. The other thing that really gets to me is when I come upon adults and they're just as frustrated, if not twice as frustrated, because it's been going on for them since at least that age. And they still, you know what I mean? And the habits and the mindsets and the things that are holding them back are still so strong. And to really get a hold of it has been so long coming. And so there's that. And then the other one is when you just get to a level, right? You just get to this level. You've had some moderate success. You've grown. You begin to achieve, and then you start to plateau. And it can be like, man, I've just this thought, like, I've gotten this far. I've come this far. How do I get my dream? How do I get my vision up and really gravitate toward, and it's that search that we're going to talk about right now. It's that search that kind of keeps us at this ordinary level, but we know in our heart, we know deep down there's extraordinary. And so just real quick, I just want to share a little bit of my story with you guys. When I was young, I was raised in the hood, really rough background, really hard, crazy upbringing. It was not easy. It was tough on a lot of different levels. A lot of stuff happened to me. And the biggest thing was that the vision that I had for my future involved the hood. I couldn't see past the gangs. I couldn't see past the violence. I couldn't see. The only thing I saw was what was right in front of me all the time. And I was constantly trying to succeed in that environment. I love the street and I wanted to thrive in that arena, and how can I? And so that when you're trying so hard to thrive in that, in that place, you're going to find success. And the success you find is definitely going to be jail or death, because that's the reward for maximum achievement, peak performance on the street, and I'm not joking at all. I'm kind of laughing because it's so true, and I've got to say that the first time I really began to experience vision in my life, I had prayed. I had asked God to show himself and not to leave me. I was partying. I was already like 19 years old. I remember I'd been partying for about 5 days, and I just yelled at the sky, yelled at God. I said, listen, if you're really up there, maybe you can help me out, and I'll commit to at least not partying for a while and checking out, and I started reading Vincent Norman Peale and Think and Grow Rich, and some really positive books, the Bible being one of them. There was The Power of Positive Thinking and The Greatest Secret in the World. I mean, I just started absorbing for several days, a week. I remember 2 weeks went by, and it didn't take long as I absorbed these principles and I started to really kind of change my mind and grow. And you grow a lot in those development years. Like if you can start doing some of this in your teens, there's some seed that can be planted, and I'm a big seed guy. I really like seed, the seeds of the mind, and even in this world, like if you can go plant a seed and cultivate it and work it and grow it and nurture it and give it some time and give it some health, you're gonna see some stuff begin to happen. And it's not just individual; it's with organizations, it's with churches, it's with teams, it's with corporation. It's all across the board. One of the things that I really have always noticed and I've observed as I've studied and worked with all these different groups is that if you can get it going in a healthy way and cast some serious vision and the right vision, and people are drawn to vision, you're going to see some amazing growth. So I was doing that, and I remember it took about 2 or 3 weeks, and this coach called me and said he'd seen some film on me and wanted to know if he could offer me if I was playing football anywhere. And I went off and played college ball and got a degree, and I was senior pastoring within 3 years. And I remember when I was in college switching my vision from football, because that was the only thing I could really envision when I was first getting out of my environment. But I remember when I got there, and some of the leaders and my mentors and some people who grabbed me and took a hold of me and began to give me extraordinary vision. They began to speak into my life and speak into my gifts and and that is so important. I think so many times, you guys, one of the first things you have to understand is your environment has to be better. And whether it's reading good books or watching the right YouTube videos or putting mentors just situate yourself in a different environment than the one that's hurting you. You know what I mean? If you are in a bad place and you're not getting the right nurture, right? If the seed, you've got this seed, this video and the rest of what you're going to see and hear is going to be great seed. But if it's not watered, it can be snatched away. If you don't take care of it, and if you don't put it and continually keep it in a green place, right? It will die. It will get snuffed out. And so be sure that as we go forward, I'm going to teach you guys how to really cultivate that vision and get it right. Make sure that you understand long haul with this. It's not really a short-term thing. Like, you try it for about 7 days, try it for about 30 days. You're going to see a lot of change. It's when people slip into their old habits and don't keep it going, and that's when that frustration really comes. So we're going to talk about, for lack of vision, my people perish, what great vision looks like. And so get ready, get your pencil, get your paper, and let's get started.